Hey Taurus, welcome to Wild Pearl Tarot. Welcome to your love reading for October 2023. We're going to get right into it. But first, I want to say, if you'd like for me to pray for you, send you my good energy, say hi in the comments section so I've got something I can focus on that represents you. And it encourages everybody else to do the same for each other. That's what this channel is about. And I want to also seal this space with my word that it's a safe place and a positive place for everybody. All right, you guys, these cards have been pre-shuffled with you in mind so that we save some time. If they fly out in reverse, that's how we read them. And I thank you for liking the video on your way in. It really helps the algorithm recognize that this video has purpose in the world. All right, Taurus, love. Getting messages in love for October 2023 for Taurus. Then we'll get a card on the challenge, and then we'll get cards on the advice, okay? So stick with me till the end. We have all major arcana. There's only 22 cards in a deck of 78 for major arcana, the big messages. Wow, this is positive. Okay, right off the bat, I can tell you, before we unpack it further, this is not subtle energy at all. This is like big awakening, realization, spiritual awakening energy. This is also requires self-assessment in order to even go through this. So whatever this is for Taurus, you are, some of you guys are in the middle of it. Some of you guys are on the precipice of it. Big change, but it's beautiful change. And why is it beautiful? Is because the devil in reverse, you're getting out of a stuck place. And for some of you guys, this is addiction. For some of you guys, this is even being addicted to an individual or a type of relationship dynamic. The bondage in the devil card is illusion. These people, this is, if you look closely, it's the Lover's card, but with a sinister aspect to it. They're chained to the devil. They can break free of their chains anytime. And that's what's going on for you, Taurus, is that you're realizing that this doesn't have power over you anymore. Whether it's a relationship dynamic, whether it's an addiction, whatever it is for you. And that's a big component to this spiritual awakening. What's the third card? Totally perfect. Magician. It's followed up by the magician energy, and this is recreating something with the resources that you have, totally new. It's a reminder that you have everything required for the journey. You don't have to stop at any stores. You don't have to stop and wait for something to grow or change. You've already got it. Everything is strapped on your back and you're ready for this journey. So let's unpack these and figure out for Taurus in love, October 2023 for judgment. What about this big awakening? These wanted to come out together. This has something to do with choosing your company, the way you choose your company. This is not just in romantic love. This is also friends, your support groups. And seeing the connection between, this could be people, Taurus, seeing that the friends that they're hanging out with, if they keep dipping into those friends and working in that vibe, so to speak, for their lovers, like fishing in that pond for their lovers and for their boyfriends or girlfriends, they're going to get a certain type of person. And that type of person keeps them stuck in a pattern. This is breaking free not only in love, but it makes sense that one breaks free with friends and the support group around them. And you're choosing different people. But first, you have to tear yourself away from something that you've been holding on to. And I feel that a lot of you guys, when you first tear away from something that you're used to holding on to, naturally you're going to feel like you are unanchored, like you're listing from here, this side to this side, or that you're aimless a little bit. So what you're going to anchor onto is yourself with the 9 of Pentacles. This is realizing you are your own best lover, you're your own best, start from there. And then it naturally moves on to that company you keep, those people that love you. They see that you love yourself more than anybody, and they want to be part of it. And this is victory. The Six of Wands is having complete success in something. So this is all a part of the judgment. This is all a part of this huge spiritual awakening. It makes me want to cry a little bit. And I'm getting teary-eyed here. So there are a lot of Taurus that know that I could easily hear them saying, I know myself better than anybody else. I'm fine. I like being alone. It's fine. There's a sense of being found with this energy. So that's where I'm going to stop that, and I'm going to move on to this repetitive behavior that you're breaking through. Flipping but not flying earlier was the Ten of Wands, closing an exhausting chapter. So this has something to do with anxiety and fear. So you're breaking out. It feels like a type of overthinking, of worrying, of it could be keeping you up at night. It could creep up at night. It really feels strong that I need to tell you that. You know, like this is dream world. This is our fears. The moon card represents the things that are hidden. And these things can cause anxiety. You are breaking through this. You're gaining your power back. This will have no hold over you in the future. It has something to do with this spiritual awakening. It has something to do with you breaking these chains regarding your friends, your support group. The way you will let yourself be loved has to start with how you're loving yourself. And I don't want this to become a love yourself reading, and we all should love ourselves, but that's only because that's a given. And I want to help you with insight that you haven't seen yet, right? That's the point of this channel, is we're going to explore maybe something you haven't considered, or it's going to confirm something you have. I hope that everybody out there is practicing self-love. We hear it enough every day. Love yourself, right? This is something connected to that, but it's way bigger. I just want to make that really clear. So I want to talk about this devil again, because somebody just came out. And this is somebody who's a little moody and dramatic and gets carried away with their emotions, and they can get overwhelmed in their emotions. And when there's overwhelm with their emotions, it causes anxiety. It causes anxiety for everyone who loves them, and it causes anxiety possibly for them. And this person could be you, but it could be somebody you're dealing with, and that's strongly how it feels for some of you. So I just want to reiterate before we move on to the Magician, which is a really exciting positive energy. I want to reiterate this bondage, this illusion of being stuck to a behavioral pattern. You're breaking free of it because you're also being able to name it. And when we name something, we have power in that situation. Have you noticed that human beings name everything? Because we want power. We want control because life is scary and feels uncontrollable. We name everything. That's a plant. That's a rubber plant, and that's a cactus, and that's a fir, and that's actually a pine. But we name everything. Do we know what trees are? We absolutely don't. They're amazing. You know that they talk through their root systems? I mean, I will not open up that can of worms right now, but I hope you're laughing. You're seeing my crazy side. It's a good crazy though, because I love you. And I want you to know you can name this now, and you can have power over this, and it doesn't have to torture you. Okay, moving on to the Magician energy. Speaking of breaking free, this is total freedom. This is manifestation. What do you want? You can have it. You have everything you need to create it. You have all the ingredients for that batter. You have everything strapped to your back for that journey. So let's talk about that a little bit. The Magician energy. Tell me more. This is doing things in an unorthodox way, breaking free of tradition, certain ways things are done, and maybe certain ways people tell you to do things. You're considering alternatives, and these alternatives are made or from creativity and necessity. Six of Cups talks about a nostalgia. This could be working closely or seeing another person from your past. What is this Six of Cups? The world totally opens up to you. I wouldn't be surprised if, Taurus, you're all of a sudden in communication with somebody who's a distance away from you, who may be different from you, who may represent a different way of doing things. Let's talk more about that. So getting a new deck, brand new cards for our Taurus. We have at the bottom, we have at the bottom of the deck, the Moon card, right? Things that are hidden from you. And we have the Hierophant upside down again. And it's upside down because naturally how I turn the deck, but it just so happens that you have a Hierophant here, the unorthodox way of doing things. All right, tell me more about this Six of Cups, this familiar thing. The Judgment card all over again. I think I would be disrespecting tarot if I kept on going, asking for clarity. This is the second part of the huge spiritual awakening. Breaking free, right? That's in the center. Now this is breaking free and running towards something, not running away towards nothing. This is specifically towards the wide open world of possibility, doing it the way that you want in a relationship, in love. And I know this is kind of a broad reading because it's more about you than a specific person. There is a person coming through in the center of your reading that's kind of emotional, like really sensitive. They don't have to always be sensitive, but they're kind of melodramatic, a little out of control with their emotions, and they're causing a lot of anxiety. Some of you guys, that's you. Some of you guys, that's somebody else that you're letting yourself get carried away with, okay? Back to you over here. Spiritual awakening has to do with expansion, about looking at possibilities of doing things differently with people who are totally different from you. And there's nostalgia attached to it. So I have a feeling that a lot of you guys, there's a thread of memory. There's a thread of experience, things from the past coming back into what you're creating for yourself in the future. Let's ask for advice. I promised you guys advice. We're going to put the Judgment card back to create a whole brand new deck. Advice for Taurus, October 2023. Advice for Taurus. We have the Magician. Can't make it up. Keep going. Keep going. Run. You're running. Keep running, but towards something. You're creating. Advice. Two cards fly out. We have the Wheel of Fortune. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody different, somebody connected by a thread to your past comes back around. But I also want to say the Wheel of Fortune comes out when it's confirmation that you're exactly where you're supposed to be in life at the right time. But also is a beautiful stroke. The wheel turns, a stroke of good luck, and we have a decision. So this is saying for Taurus in October 2023, your advice is to keep going. When you feel a decision that is hard to make, let's get clarity on this, you'll have Two of Swords. It'll be hard to feel your intuition. It'll be hard. Whoa, the cards are just funky in my heart. And when that indecision comes up about a choice, ask yourself, what fears is this pulling up? Is this pulling up old stuff? Because old stuff that might have something to do with being deceived in some way. Okay. Old stuff that closed my mind down in the first place. Page of Wands in reverse. Your advice is to have faith that you're exactly where you're supposed to be at the right time. And you don't have to make a choice within those confines of that little box. Because what is that doing? That's putting you back in the bondage. No, you got to be expansive. You got to break out of that. You can create something completely new. All right, sending you off with love. I hope that was helpful. Say hi in the comment section if you'd like for me to pray for you. And of course, like and subscribe if this was useful.